Your FPS in Valorant suck? Then this video is perfect for you. We will fix any FPS drops, stutters or lags and optimize your PC for the best performance possible with special Unreal Engine 5 settings. After this video you will have the best Windows, NVIDIA and Valorant settings. So make sure to watch it till the end and don't miss out on any step. Drop your Valorant rank in the comment section for a chance to win Valorant points, and now let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I always recommend in any of my videos is to create a system restore point. This way you can always return in case for some reason anything happens to your device, or you want to return to the state before this video. Open up the Windows search bar, search for restore point, and you're gonna end up in this system properties, system protection tab. Select your certain drive you want to create a restore point of and hit the create button. If this one is grayed out for you, don't worry, go into configure and turn on system protection and assign some space. Apply, and then we're gonna good to go. Click on create. I'm gonna call this FPS boost, hit the create button, and now it's creating a restore point. It shouldn't take longer than a few seconds. There we go, the restore point was created successfully. Close this. But you're not done yet in system properties. Go over to the advanced tab and click on performance settings, and in here you can see right now Windows chooses what's best for my computer. I want the best performance, so we're gonna select just for best performance. I know some of you probably like the Windows animations and all that. Maybe enable one or two settings you like down below here, but if you want actually the best performance possible, keep all of them disabled, and you're gonna notice the font looks worse or looks slightly different, so play around with this. Next up, we're gonna continue in our Windows settings. This is not some performance boost we're gonna start with, but I just want you to double check this. So go into display settings, advanced display, and in here select your certain monitor which you're playing on, and make sure the refresh rate is properly set. Since I got a bunch of friends who got a good gaming monitor with 240 Hz but never actually using it and still got it set to some 120 or 75. So make sure you actually set the proper refresh rate, and we're going to continue in the next tab, which is our storage tab. And in here also check that the temporary files aren't getting too big, since after some time you're using your PC and definitely some cached files, temp files, so make sure to remove them every once in a while. And I also recommend that you always have around 50 to 100 gigabyte space at least left on your C drive. So with that being said, let's continue going over to the gaming tab right here, game bar, and make sure that the game bar or any other overlay which could decrease your performance is turned off. This is completely useless. The same goes for the NVIDIA overlay or whatever you're using. I'm gonna go into the NVIDIA settings later on, so make sure to stick till the end. And still in the gaming tab, go to game mode and make sure game mode is turned on. This is a specific Windows 11 feature, but you definitely have it enabled. And also, while we're already in this tab, go to the related settings, click on graphics, and in here you can see I already have Valorant. My settings aren't even correct right now, since I don't want Windows to decide what it's using as graphics for Valorant. I want my GPU. So instead of letting Windows decide, we want high performance, so it always uses our actual GPU. So save this. If you don't see Valorant in this list, click on browse, go to your C drive. I always recommend installing Valorant on C drive, by the way. Right games, Valorant live, shooter game, binaries, Win64, and select the Valorant Win64 shipping. Double click on this. Now you should also see Valorant. Still in this graphics tab, change the default graphics settings and make sure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is enabled. Same goes for variable refresh rate. The optimizations for windowed games should be disabled, since you should never play Valorant in windowed, and either in full screen or windowed full screen, but never in just windowed. Next thing we're checking is the privacy and security. Go to Windows Security, open Windows Security, and now in this window, go to device security, and I want you to check the core isolation settings, since the memory integrity, which is enforced on Windows 11 or on affected accounts, could still have some impact on your performance. I'm not going into details. 90% of you probably don't even care about this. This could have some impact on your performance, so if it's not enforced on your account and you actually don't need this to play Valorant, make sure to turn it off. For me, I would just keep it on, but you might give it a try. Next thing is Windows updates, and at least once in a week you should update your Windows, or at least check for update. And now let's continue with a very important setting, the power options. As you can see right now, my Windows is set to balanced, which is recommended. If you have overheating issues, keep this on balanced or don't do these steps. In general, you could just go ahead and click on high performance. But if you want an even better power plan, you can go on the Discord server and download in the performance channel the Thrust Ultimate Plan. This is a batch file. You can even open it up, edit, and you're gonna see what's inside of this and check everything so it's completely safe. And if you want to run this and also have the Thrust Ultimate Power Plan, right click on it, run as administrator. It checks for the existing power plans, applies the best settings, says success, and it has been applied. Press enter to exit. We're gonna press enter. And if we now go back into our power options, switch the tab and go back, you're gonna see Thrust Ultimate Plan is automatically enabled and is now available here. And this is pretty much the best one. Now we're almost done with your Windows settings, but the last thing is in the system configuration. So just search for system configuration, go into this, go to services. I can't really tell you exactly what to do in here, because I don't know which certain apps you got on your PC. You can also filter for running. Just go through all of these and check if they're actually necessary to run right now, or if they're just decreasing your performance. You can also go into your task manager right here, also filter for the most CPU usage or memory usage. What I also like to do is go into the startup apps and disable all of these. My PC also boots way faster with this. Congratulations, you successfully adjusted your Windows settings for the best performance in Valorant. Before we're going to continue now with the NVIDIA settings and the special Valorant Unreal Engine 5 settings, I wanted to show you this Battle Streaks, which is widely known that this is a Windows 10 and 11 open source batch file which optimizes your system and does some more advanced things. It's not mandatory, but I recommend you to do this. So either check this out or skip via the timestamps in this video to the NVIDIA settings. But if you want to do this, I will explain it real quick for you. Go ahead, click on code, download the zip file, or go to releases and download this. I will also link it down in the description so you can check this out. Go into your downloads, extract all, extract the folder extracted, go into it, and you can see Battle Streak. Make sure to run it as administrator, otherwise it's not gonna work. Run. Now you're supposed to type I agree, enter, successful. And now it's asking us if we want to create a restart point. We've already done this, so I'm gonna click no and confirm this. And now we're in the main menu and we can select what we want. I'm gonna start with optimization, so 1. Now you got a bunch of settings. I'm not gonna explain every single one since it's pretty self-explanatory and you just select numbers. But for example, if I want to optimize my GPU, I'm gonna press 3, confirm, and it's gonna prompt us to select our graphics card manufacturer, which is NVIDIA. 2, enter. Now we're getting prompted for the last time with some more additional information. So always make sure to read these. These are pretty important. For example, it's also not recommending to do this if we got overheating issues, but I don't got this, so I could just go ahead, click yes, and now it's downloading the NVIDIA profile inspector and doing all these things, applying it, and now it's done, successfully applied. We can click enter to go back to the main menu, and now we could continue with doing all these tweaks, get the best out of our system. So definitely make sure to check this pretty cool application. Speaking of which, make sure to also subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications. I will release my own tweaking software which does way more than this soon on my channel, so you don't want to miss this. We're going to continue with the NVIDIA settings. Right click on your desktop, show more options, NVIDIA control panel, and you should start in this adjust image settings with preview. Go into this tab under 3D settings, choose use my preference, emphasizing, and change this from quality to performance. Continue by going to manage 3D settings, and I'm just going to go over all these features, so make sure to just copy my settings. Image sharpening should be off by default, ambient occlusion also off, anisotropic filtering off. All these settings should also be turned off. CUDA GPUs should be set to all. System fallback policy driver default. Monitor technology fixed refresh. OpenGL rendering GPU should be not auto selected and instead our actual GPU. OpenGL and GDI compatibility should prefer the performance. Same goes for the power management mode, and the threaded optimization should be on. Make sure to copy all my other settings. At the end, hit apply as usual. And these are already almost the most important settings. Something optional which I recommend you to do is change the digital vibrance or hue for your monitor. So if you increase this, you should see, not on the video but on your actual monitor, a lot of people would prefer this to see better or have a better gaming experience. You might increase this to around 80 to 90%. I personally also prefer this, but this is just optional and I wanted to show you this. This has no impact on your actual frames or performance. Let's continue with our Valorant settings, and as I said, I will show you the best settings for Unreal Engine 5. So go into your settings, video, general, and as I said earlier already, you can set the display mode to windowed full screen or full screen. Just make sure you're not playing in windowed. There are pros who are playing in full screen and windowed full screen. Your NVIDIA reflex low latency should be set to on plus boost, and we should actually limit our FPS. The amount you enter here really depends on your refresh rate of your monitor. In my case, I got 240, and you can just set it to the amount of your refresh rate or slightly above it. So I'm gonna go with around 300, so they're not dropping. And if we're being honest, 300 is more than enough, so we shouldn't have any issues. But just to show you how much FPS I would usually get, I'm gonna keep this off. I'm going over to the graphics quality. Now this is the important part for Unreal Engine 5. Multi-threaded rendering should be enabled, especially for Unreal Engine 5. This helps a lot, even on DirectX 11, which is Valorant at the moment. These should be self-explanatory, to be set to low for the best performance. Anti-aliasing should be set to none. If the shimmer bothers you, set it to MSAA 2 times, but I prefer none, as none has the lowest latency. Anisotropic filtering, set it to 8 times. This boosts the clarity for map textures, and 16 times is kind of overkill. Improving clarity could be set to on, but I prefer it off, since what this setting does is it subtle sharpens the game at cost of your GPU though, so just keep it off. The same goes for experimental sharpening and all these other things turned off. And congratulations, these are the best Unreal Engine 5 settings you can set in Valorant. As you can see right now, I got over 1000 FPS with these adjustments. It's insane. Make sure to drop it in the comment section how many FPS you're getting. Of course, if I'm running around, these slightly dropping. I'm gonna keep it completely transparent with you. I'm getting around 900, say, on average, or even slightly more, but this is more than enough. I actually tried before this video and had only 600 FPS. So yes, I definitely increased my FPS with these settings. So make sure you actually follow each single step in this this video. If you got any additional question or for your certain device, make sure to drop your components in the comment section and I will drop some special sauce for you. And as I said, you don't want to miss out. And with that being said, I wish everybody a great day and I'm gonna see you in the next one.